evening, everyone. The highlights of the news this Thursday. Traffic accidents. A Beaver County man is being held for murder.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snodacast. I am your host, BlackShed56, and I am, of course, joined by the wonderful DJ Lionheart.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and go straight into weekly updates. This should be a short one. So this is the segment where we basically catch everybody up on what all we've been doing outside of our lovely Snodacast and Snoda Reels. Leon, how's your week?
It's going pretty good. At the time of recording, I've started my new job. School has started for the private school I'll be working at as a cook there. So
there you go.
So it's going well. It's a little stressful, but at least I'm thankful that it's not like a whole bunch of kids. We only got like 30 kids.
Well, that's not bad.
It's not huge, but
yeah, there's
struggles, but that's like the background stuff of that.
Yeah. As I said last week, don't get shipped.
No. On the first day, we did like a whole introduction, went to the classrooms, and I talked to the kids and stuff like that. No, we got some really good, well-behaved kids.
That's good. That's very good then.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, just been busy with work. Finally had a full chance to sit down and watch the live-action One Piece, and I watched the whole damn thing in one night.
How'd it go?
Sat down and went through it. Oh, I loved it. I give so many props and respect for the freaking makeup artists for that, especially with the fishmen. Especially with the fishmen.
I was told the fishmen were CGI though.
They don't look it. Maybe
it's like makeup combined with CGI.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. But
that might be the case then.
It looks amazing. I can't wait to. Hopefully, we hear something soon about season 2 coming out.
Apparently, there's already rumors going around, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, and I saw something that we might be getting something pretty soon.
Okay.
With some information on that, but again, that could be also, like you said, rumor.
Yeah, no, it could just be rumor. For me, as of this recording, I also did just start my new job as well. I just finished up day 2 today, which nothing really. It's just, good old safety briefing. Introductions were yesterday, all that fun stuff. I basically get to sit around the office tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. It also turns out I'm getting my vehicle tomorrow, which is interesting. Didn't expect it that soon, but cool. I actually got to be up super early tomorrow in order to have my boss pick me up. So yeah, there is that.
Day 2 and they're already giving you a vehicle.
Well, day 3 they'll give me a vehicle, but yeah, no,
still super early. You would think they would
wait
a bit, but
yeah. Well, I guess what it is it's not going to be like I'm going to go out on my own calls. It's going to be I'm going to help somebody else out with a call. So that's what it's going to be. Yeah, but they're still going to give me a vehicle to drive to and from. That way, I guess I'm not wasting too much gas. And my best guess is they probably either are going to give me a gas card, or they have like a fueling station at the place, which that one seems more far-fetched than a gas card. I think it's probably going to be a gas card. My best guess. Yeah. But other than that, things are going okay. Nothing big planned as of late. But yeah, hopefully just surviving the first week and then get that paycheck next week. It should be an actual check. And then from then on out, it's going to be weekly direct deposits, and I think I'm going to make that work. I really do. So here's to hoping. Fingers crossed.
Mine will be bi-weekly, and then hopefully get some DJ gigs in between, because I get out of there about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Hey, there you go. Most weddings start about that time. So well, actually most events in general. There's been weddings that do start at like 10 o'clock in the morning, but those are rare, and usually those are on a weekend. So
yeah, usually those type of weddings are on a weekend. My mom just actually catered a wedding last weekend at the time of this recording, and they had to be there at like, I want to say about 10:30.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. That means that realistically the event started around lunch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which hopefully, because my mom currently at this time doesn't have her own business card,
Mhm.
but my business card also has her catering stuff on it. So
Good. Shout out your
I
mom
got
while you
my
do it.
I got out my business. Mom took out a whole bunch of business cards for. So we're gonna work on hers, and I'll have my DJ info on her card.
There you go. All right. So you guys are going to help each other out. That's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've always done it as a family business, DJing and catering.
Hey, there you go. Well, maybe I'll be able to help you guys out then.
Hopefully. Who knows?
Hopefully. It'll be probably sometime next fall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not gonna torture you by bringing you down here during Texas summer. Fuck that shit.
Lewis wants to have me down there for a Texas summer.
Yeah, no, get you down here for a Texas summer, but not make it work. Come on. No.
No, it'll be work, but it'll be like doing DJ stuff.
Oh, so like for his family stuff. Okay, that's different. As long as they give you like a shaded area, you should be fine.
Yeah,
They give you a shaded area and a fan. You should be okay. Yeah, plenty of water. Make sure you drink plenty of water. That's going to be very important.
Oh yeah.
Don't drink alcohol. Drink water. Stay sober.
I don't drink anyway when I DJ anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah, so. keep it sober on the job. Good thought process.
Like even at the bars when I DJ'd, I didn't really drink. Like I had one drink.
Okay, well that's Like, one drink's not gonna inebriate you unless it's Jaeger bomb, but that's different. No. All right. Well, going into that, we're gonna go ahead and go into now showing two movies that. Well, one in particular I've been really looking forward to, especially since we talked about the trailer. The other one I'm looking forward to it to a degree, but I still need to watch the first two movies on top of that, and it's hard to find the first one. So now showing for this week, we have Dumb Money, the movie about the Wall Street Bros, I believe is, or what was the freaking Reddit thing? It was
I don't remember.
Yeah, basically where they bought up a bunch of GameStop and Best Buy stock because stockbrokers are actually trying to short the stock of those two companies.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of it, and they're like, people are getting pissy because these people are getting like stupidly rich.
Well, yeah, really they got stupid rich really quick, and then they also stopped GameStop and Best Buy from going under for the time being. So I am very excited about that movie. I love the directing, the director of it. He also did, they also did The Big Short, which was about the housing bubble, and I believe they also did Bombshell, which was that Fox News anchor thing. They're both highly entertaining. They're realistic in the fact that but they're also like super hyper edited, so it keeps your attention and it also explains things to where you're not and it's also meant for comedy as well, but it's to where you're paying attention but you're not losing any information from it as well. So it's one of those things. Like I think The Big Short was like 2.5 hours. I believe it was a long movie, but I mean they had like 10 years to go over. So, and they also have like 4 or 5 different groups that are, doing all their own thing. So that's a really good movie. If you have not seen The Big Short, even if you don't know much about the housing bubble, I was around when it happened, but I don't remember. I was a kid. So, I was like, okay, this looks interesting. I like a lot of the actors that are in this. And I finally sat down and watched it. I'm like, oh, this is great. And my dad even said like, oh yeah, no, I'll show this to my, because my dad's a teacher. He's like, yeah, I'll show this to some of my kids if they're ever interested, if we're ever going over the housing bubble or anything like that, like in an economics class. And I'm like, yeah, that's a perfect movie to show them. I mean, yeah, it's rated R, but it's mostly for language. There is one scene where Margot Robbie's in a bathtub and explaining something, but it's like a bubble bath and you don't see anything except her legs and from the neck up. So that's really about it.
Yeah. Not really.
No, it's not showing anything, but it's provocative enough. And so it's her explaining all that. And I'm like, okay, that's funny. The fact that they're like, here's Margot Robbie in a bathtub explaining. And it's like, okay, that's fun. But they have a sense of humor. Bombshell was not as funny in my personal opinion, but it was still good. So I'm super excited about Dumb Money. And then of course we also have A Haunting in Venice, which is the next in Kenneth Branagh's, I forget the detective's name, but it's following Murder on Orient Express and The Death in the Nile, or A Death on the Nile. And so this one is apparently the third book in that series. And this one kind of came out of nowhere. It's kind of had very sneaky marketing It looks like they're going
This is the first time I've heard of
A
it.
Haunting in Venice. The
Yeah.
trailer almost looked like it was on an ad in front of a YouTube video I watched, and it literally looked like a horror film until I saw the fucking glorious mustache that he has, and I'm like, oh, it's one of those? No fucking way. So
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, that's actually pretty damn cool. I like that idea. So yeah, that's very interesting.
I'll probably have to look it up because, like I said,
I
this is the
still,
first time I've heard of it.
well,
So.
and I still need to. It comes out this weekend, so I still need to watch Murder on Orient Express and A Death in the Nile or A Death on the Nile. I heard that one's not as good. Murder on Orient Express is pretty good. Apparently Johnny Depp is the corpse, so that's fun. Yeah, spoiler, he's barely in the trailer. The way you can tell who's going to be the corpse, at least in the first two trailers, is if they're like maybe in like a solid minute of a 2-minute trailer, and then you don't see him in any other shots aside from like 3 or 4, they're probably the corpse. It's kind of like, I guarantee you Gal Gadot is the corpse in Death on the Nile. I haven't even seen it, and I guarantee you it is. So, but no, I had Murder on Orient Express spoiled for me, and honestly, it's a pretty interesting twist. It's, spoiler alert for a like almost 10-year-old movie. Everybody did it. Like
is it
everybody.
really even spoiling a movie that's 10 years
Oh well,
old?
and it's a remake
Like,
on
is
top
it
of that.
really?
It's there was a Murder on
Oh
Orient
yeah,
Express
so
in
is it
60s.
really considered quote unquote spoiler?
Yeah, but it's like the mystery. It is a murder mystery, so I guess it's kind of a spoiler. But yeah, like the big twist is everybody was in on it except the detective, and it's like, okay. And of course, they don't make Johnny Depp's character a good guy or anything. He's an asshole. But yeah, it makes sense. It's like, okay, so that's a fun twist on everybody has a motive, so therefore everybody did it. So it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that idea.
I'm kind of picky on my murder mysteries. I don't know what it is. For some reason I'm really picky on them.
Yeah.
But I can't even remember the couple I've seen. It's been a while, but at least the 1 or 2 that I've seen were actually pretty decent.
Knives Out was really good. I did not watch Glass Onion. I didn't really have any interest in it. I mean, I did, and then I saw a lot of the reviews, and they're like, it's okay, but it's very stupid. And I'm like, okay. Then I
thought Glass Onion looked weird, so I never watched it.
Well,
I heard it was decent.
I heard it's halfway decent, but like the twist is dumb. It's like, okay, this is stupid. But like the first one, to be fair, the first one was an interesting one. I liked the idea of that. Like it shows you what you think happened, and then it becomes a typical murder mystery. But I do love that. Like it's like, okay, so it's kind of like what I thought Scream 6 was gonna do. Spoiler alert for Scream 6, the opening. There are technically 2 on-screen kills, 3 kills in total. One's just off-screen. So what I thought was going to happen because of that first on-screen kill is you see a supposed killer take off his mask, and it's like, holy shit, are we? And then it's like, and you follow him all the way back to his college dorm. And it's like, holy shit, are we actually going to follow a ghost face in this? Like, we're going to have to see how he's going to like twist and turn no, he gets killed. But it's like, okay, so, but that would have been an interesting as hell fucking thing. It was such a good twist on the opening. And I think
that would be an interesting take for a Scream.
Yeah, you know who the ghost, you know who
Ghostface the whole time.
Well, and everybody's like, oh, like everybody picked apart Scream 5 because they're like, oh, I called who it was going to be within the first 10 minutes, and I'm like, okay, that's not really the whole point of Scream. The whole point is what is the motive. It's never who the killer is. It is what is the motive. The only one where it's who the killer is, or killers, if you wish to be technical, is the first movie. And some could argue the second movie, but like, the second movie, like one of the 2 killers is if you pay attention to how long this character's off screen, it's like, okay, that makes sense because they were never killed or made it look like to be killed. No, they were off screen for the whole time. And I'm like, okay, so that makes sense. But yeah, no, like it's, it is interesting to see all that. And it's just one of those things. It's like the only one where it's like, okay, you can kind of tell who it's going to be if you've seen enough movies is in the first one. because it's a little obvious, but they do pull a couple they do have a couple rug pulls, but no, like that's the thing. So like I love. Anyways, back on the Haunting in Venice. I can talk about Scream all day if you really want me to. I would love to talk about Scream all day. I enjoy those movies way too much, but no. So like with this one, I'm curious to see. It seems like because it is a detective and it's like a murder mystery kind of thing. I think they're gonna reveal that it's not a real haunting, but I'm curious to see how they're gonna pull that off to make it look real. That's what I want to see. I'm curious how they're gonna pull that.
Yeah,
So,
that's going to be an interesting thing how
very
it goes.
much so. And I think Brana is directing this one again. So that is interesting because I think he directed the first two. I know he directed Murder on Orient Express and he starred in it. But I think he also directed Death on the Nile. I'm not entirely certain on that one. But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know, both these movies are coming out this weekend. You can check them out at your local theater, assuming that they're showing them. I don't know about Haunting on Venice, but I do know that freaking I'm blanking on what Dumb Money is probably going to be there as well. I don't think either of them are going to have limited releases. They have big studios behind them. Like I think Haunting in Venice has Warner Brothers behind it. If not, it might be New Line Cinema.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not
entirely sure. And I think Dumb Money has Universal behind it. That one wouldn't surprise me. All right. Anyway, so on to the first topic for the night. If you wish to be technical, it is 4 topics in 1. We have new trailers to talk about. More specifically, the trailers for Monarch Legacy of Monsters, the Goosebumps reboot coming to Disney Plus, Chicken Run 2 coming to Netflix, and of course, the Eli Roth Thanksgiving slasher movie. Let's go ahead and talk with the Monarch one. Love the fact that Kurt Russell's in this. I love the fact that it looks gorgeous. I cannot wait for this. I hope and pray to God that I don't break my elbow next time doing that. But I hope and pray to God that it's not just like 2 episodes of monster action. I hope to God there's so much more monster action in this, because I'm going to be very disappointed if there isn't, even though it is going directly to Apple TV, which fucking hate you. God damn it.
Right? I hate it. I hate it. I hate the fact that it's on Apple TV.
Yeah, but really honestly, Apple TV has some underrated gems. There's an M. Night Shyamalan show on there called The Servant.
I've heard
The Servant's pretty good. There's a couple other shows on there that I've heard are like phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's cool that it's the whole backstory of the agency of Monarch.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
No, it is super cool.
In the trailer, like you see John Goodman, character from
Kong Skull
Island.
Or Kong no, it was Kong Skull Island. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He's documenting and all that, and I thought that was a really cool callback to not only what happened in that, it solidifies everything that's like, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
This is like everything that's going on in the background of what's going on in the movies.
Yeah, and we're also going to revisit San Francisco at the end of Godzilla 2014. So that's going to be interesting. I think we're also going to get some new footage as well, or we might be getting footage for when they first tried to nuke him in the 40s after World War II. So I think we're going to get like a full, instead of just getting footage, I think we're going to get like a full scene of that, maybe a full episode if you wish to be technical. But yeah, that's interesting. I love that idea. So I think the show is going to be really, really good. Again, I just pray that there's not like 2 episodes of monster action and then that's it. That's all we're getting.
I mean, if you're a fan of the MonsterVerse of King Kong, Godzilla, King Ghidorah,
the Legendary Pictures monsters,
Ghidorah, all those Ghidorah and all those creatures, if you're a fan of those ones from the original Godzilla universe,
the Toho,
back in the 80s and 90s,
yeah.
I think you're gonna like this show.
Oh, and we are supposed to be getting a new Toho Godzilla movie. It's Godzilla Ground Zero. It looks really, really good.
So I've heard.
Yeah, it looks really good. I finally checked out Shin Godzilla in like a couple years ago, and I fell in love with it. The only thing that got really annoying is I had to watch it with subtitles because obviously I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah.
I'm of the fairer skin, let's put it that way. Um kidding. But no, so obviously the only thing that got really annoying is the subtitles, because there's like location cards in Japanese. So then you have somebody talking, so you have all that, and then you have the location title translated, and it's like it's like you have 5 different
Now,
things you're
see,
trying to read, and it's like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm
my first interaction with Godzilla was not Godzilla 98. It was
surprised.
actually not. No, my first was Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, the first one.
Oh, okay.
And it was English dubbed.
Okay, yeah, the English dubbing is not the worst.
It's not the worst, but like as a kid watching, it's like this was really cool. I saw it again as an adult. I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, a lot of the old Toho films,
The
aside from like the
translation
first
is
couple
so
of Godzilla
corny.
films, yeah, they got really
It's
corny
so
in the
corny,
70s and
it's
80s.
great.
Yeah, in the 70s and 80s, they got super corny. So, and
Mhm.
honestly, you could argue Godzilla versus Kong was super corny too. But that movie,
Oh
I
yeah,
got that
yeah.
movie on 4K, dude. Like, I got it because I'm like, bro, that Hong Kong fight scene, I'm telling you, fucking crisp, golden looking in 4K. Oh, it's so good. Love that movie. It is not a good movie in the slightest, but god damn it, is it so much fun.
Oh yeah. I actually just rewatched that one not too long ago.
I want to rewatch all the movies, honestly. Like, I want to
Yeah.
rewatch them all. Like, the only one I'm not like entirely looking forward to is Godzilla 2014, because there are some awesome ass moments in that movie, but they are
Oh
so
yeah.
few and far between. uh
I actually was against watching the Godzilla 2014 because like you don't really see Godzilla in throughout the whole thing, which really turned me away from it.
the last like 20 minutes is when they finally let you
Yeah.
see all the stuff. But no, they blue ball the hell out of you for the majority of it.
Which
And
really turned me away from it, but
it is such good build up though. That's the great thing
it
about it.
is.
It is
It is.
such good build up.
I was able to watch that and Skull Island when I
Skull
was
Island's a lot of
going
fun.
to the community college because we had a nice little movie library that they allowed me to check out like 6 movies at a time.
Yeah. I think I saw every single Legendary Monsters movie except Godzilla King of the Monsters in theaters.
I actually none of them I got to see in theaters. I watched them all after they got released.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not entirely against the fact that I didn't see King of the Monsters in theaters. It was okay. I like it. It's a fun movie.
Mhm.
It's just, I don't know what it is. I think I'd much rather watch Godzilla 2014. Like, I would watch King of the Monsters for the monster action, and everything else in between I could give 2 shits less. It's the same thing with
Right.
Godzilla versus it's the same thing with Godzilla versus Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong. It's kind of the same thing. The human characters are god awful in that movie.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think I gave a shit about any of the main characters. Like, the only one I really cared about was, I liked the Death Girl, that had a connection with Kong,
Yeah.
and I liked Brian Tyree Henry's character, the conspiracy theorist. Those are the
Uh-huh.
only 2 characters I really gave a shit about. Like, Julian Dennison to a degree,
Right.
sure, but he was just there for comic relief. I didn't really give a shit about him. I knew he was going to survive. But Brian Tyree Henry, I thought he was going to die a couple times. I was like, no, they're probably going to kill him.
Yeah, there's a couple times where I thought certain
Yeah.
characters would die and they
Yeah, and they didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm
I
telling
hope
you.
we actually see the girl, the deaf girl in Monarch. I think that'd be interesting.
It would be, however, I don't think we're going to get that because we are going to be getting a Godzilla versus Kong 2.
Yeah. It'll probably be a few years later when she's a lot older.
Well, the actress, I believe, is like 12, 13 now. So maybe. Yeah.
We'll see. It'll be
We shall
interesting.
see. Yeah, it will definitely be interesting. That is for damn sure. But yeah, okay, so going from that trailer, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Goosebumps reboot. I'm excited for it. I grew up with Goosebumps, even though I grew up on reruns, not necessarily the original show. Yeah, no, I think that this looks like a lot of fun. I believe R.L. Stine is still attached. I think he actually had creative control over some of these episodes.
I believe so too.
And I believe that they are going to be like, they have like a core group of actors that they're going to keep throughout each episode. So I don't know if it's going to be the same characters or if it's just going to be the same actors playing different characters. If it's the latter, fucking hats off to you. That's a tough fucking task to pull off.
Oh yeah.
You know, so if you got that working, dude, you got the next line of good actors coming out. But no, if it's all the same characters, then that's fine. I personally don't care. I think honestly, I know that they said they're going to make this an anthology series, which is interesting. I like the idea of an anthology series. I really do. You know, like Trick or Treat's still one of my favorite Halloween movies of all time.
Yeah.
I love the VHS. Well, I like the first 2 VHS movies. I haven't seen any of the ones that came out on Shudder, and I despise Viral. Viral sucks. I'm sorry. VHS Viral sucks ass. It is not scary.
I
VHS
actually
2,
have not seen any of the VHS movies.
I believe they're still on Netflix. The first 3 at least. If not, they might be on Shudder now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take a look. I also have
They are found. A lot
Prime
of them
Video,
are found footage.
which is with HBO Max and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe they're on there. I don't know. I'll
I don't
browse.
know. I will have to look
I'll
it up.
browse
But
yeah.
No, VHS 2 still has one of the. I like VHS 2 for 2 different reasons. It has one of my favorite shorts, which is a POV zombie, because it's a guy wearing a GoPro that gets turned into a zombie, so you follow him throughout the movie or throughout the short.
Oh,
Love that. That's super interesting. I love that. I love that short. It's such creative. And then one of the scariest shorts I've ever seen. It still terrifies me to this day. Not because it's like it like inherently scary, but I still have vivid memories of I watched it at like 12 o'clock at night in a dark ass room, and it is an alien invasion thing. And
Oh,
their
wow.
mouths never move. They're very tall. They're very lanky. They move like this, and they're always surrounded by like a strobe light effect, because I guess electricity kind of fucks around them, and they look like this. And they'll come right the fuck out of nowhere too. They'll kidnap some people. I'm like, holy shit! It's like really effective jump scares. That fucking thing terrifies me to this day.
Oh
Like
yeah.
every time I watch it, I get goosebumps. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Like I know what happens, but it's still genuinely terrifying to me. It is done so incredibly well.
Yeah.
And technically the first time you see one, it's a blink and you'll miss it kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's really, I love that. That's such a great effect. But
I
yeah,
hope we'll have some good jump scares when it comes to Goosebumps, because I remember
100%.
watching I grew up watching it. I grew up reading it.
If you do
And
not have a little bit of cheese in there, you are doing Goosebumps a disservice.
right, if it's not cheesy, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
weird cheesy horror that you love,
Mhm.
but also are like, why?
Yeah. The Haunted Mask, I think, is still one of the best episodes from that series.
Haunted Mask was a good one.
It's actually one of the most well-renowned. It's one of the most highly
Mhm.
rated episodes out of all the series. The lowest rated episode is the sibling gets a new younger baby, and apparently it's like a fucking monster or something, and the twist is fucking
yeah.
awful. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, what could it be? It's actually the baby of a couple of monsters that you never see. All you see is a weird hand. And I'm like, cool.
I
Anyways.
can't remember the I think the episode was just called Scarecrow.
Oh, that one's so good.
That was one of my favorites.
That's one that they always replayed around Halloween, like on
Mhm.
Cartoon Network, because Cartoon Network always did the reruns. Oh my god, that shit was,
Yeah.
it was that and Girl Who Cried Monster. That one was a really good
That
one.
was another good one. Girl
I
Cried
love the
Monster, that was a good
twist.
one.
The twist of that one is great, and the makeup is really good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the makeup's phenomenal, but the twist ending is really, really good. I like that. Another one that I really
Oh, wait,
enjoyed.
I think you're talking Nickelodeon, because I remember it being on Nickelodeon, not Cartoon Network.
Well, no, I remember when I was growing up, when I first discovered Cartoon Network, around Halloween, they would have certain episodes that they would play, and it was Goosebumps.
Okay, I remember it originally aired on Nickelodeon.
You know what? It might be Nickelodeon then. Yeah, I think they did Halloween stuff as well. I might be confusing my two channels here. It has been quite a few years since I've watched live TV.
Yeah.
No,
I
another
hear you
good
there.
episode that I liked was what was the one where they were in the house with the vampire and it turns out it was their uncle or something?
Oh,
You know
I
which
know
one
which
I'm
one.
talking about,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
that was
That was a
actually a
really good
really
one.
good one.
Yeah, I
I
really
can't
enjoyed that
remember
one.
the name of that one
It's not
either.
like scary or anything, but it's a really fun episode. I like that one. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's pretty cool. I like the twist. I was like, oh yeah, you are vampires too. And it's like, oh cool. Then they get their fangs, they go sleep in a coffin. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I want to do that, and just
Yeah,
yeah.
it's corny, stupid,
Yeah.
adventurous, and slightly scary.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'll scare like little kids, but
Oh yeah.
that's really about it. Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Uh
Goosebumps was one of my favorites growing up, and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps? I think they were both on Nickelodeon, right?
Are You Afraid of the Dark was Disney.
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh.
At least I'm pretty
Was that
sure
the
it was
was that the
Disney.
one with the Midnight Society and everything else?
I think that was the rebooted version. I don't remember because
No,
there
Midnight
is
Society was like it always opened up with like a new kid that was supposed to be joining and they presented the tale to the Midnight Society. I thought that was Are You Afraid of the Dark?
no.
Was it
That was something
Campfire?
else. That might have been Campfire. I don't.
No, I'm saying there
Um.
was a campfire. They like
Uh. I don't remember. It's
I
been so
swear that
long.
was Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah. It's been so long since I've watched that show.
Yeah. Now I think the reboot came out. I
Pretty
don't know where it came out.
recently.
Did it go to Hulu?
I believe it's on Disney Plus. The art.
Oh, okay. All right then. Well, anyways, I hope this reboot does well. It should be an interesting take for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then on to one, Leon, that I know you're excited for. It's one that I grew up with as well. Chicken Run 2 is going to be coming to
yeah.
Netflix. And it's the same team. I believe they've been working on this for the past 3 or 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yeah,
and I think they got almost everybody back.
I believe so. I believe they did get everyone back. It's definitely an interesting take. Instead of breaking out of the
we're
farm,
breaking
they're going
in.
in.
Yeah.
And
It's Prison Break all over again.
yeah, but it looks great.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. It's got that
classic Chicken Run feel.
It has that classic Chicken Run feel. I'm glad it looks the same. Like,
oh yeah, it looks slightly better. Like you don't really see the film grain. I feel like
a little better.
Yeah,
which I'm
but I
fine
still think
with.
it's like hand puppet too. I still think it's like claymation and everything. Yeah,
I really hope so. At least that's how it looks.
That is how it looks. Now, granted, I'm sure if they wanted to cut time, that same company did Flushed Away, and Flushed Away was completely CG generated.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't done by stop motion. So it could be something like maybe they did a combination of this. I don't know, but no, I'm super excited about this. I think they got Mel Gibson back.
Maybe.
I don't know. That one's actually kind of been scratching my head. Hold on. No, they replaced him with Zachary Levi. And Thwan.
I love the name too. I love the name. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget.
Yeah, Dawn of the Nugget. Yeah.
It's so stupid, but it's funny.
Oh, Bella Ramsey's gonna be in this? Okay. Interesting. Curious to see what they're gonna do with her. But yeah, no, that's great. I the name is fucking hilarious too. I hope it does well. I think it would have been awesome if they would have brought Mel Gibson back, but the fact that they're replacing with Zachary Levi he's not a bad choice.
Yeah, not a bad choice at all. But I definitely think it's going to be very nostalgic for fans who love Chicken Run, who loved Wallace and Gromit and all those shows.
Okay,
I think it's going to be very nostalgic.
Julia Swalha, I believe is she originally voiced Ginger, and now we're getting
when I can't I'm sorry if I butcher her name.
Yeah, it's a hard name to pronounce.
Yeah, Last name's
Swatherwin
Newton.
Yeah, she was in Westworld. She was also in Mission Impossible 2. She was in
Norbit, Pursuit of Happiness.
Norbit, Pursuit of Happiness.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, she was in there.
And in 2012. Interesting.
She was in 2012?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the IMDb, and she's in 2012.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I don't remember her in 2012, but okay. I'll believe it. Anywho, so I'm glad that this one is finally getting a sequel. Even though honestly, it probably would have been just fine without a sequel. But I'm glad that we are getting one.
The way it ended, I did like the way they ended it. Like, it didn't need a sequel, but like you said, I'm happy there is one.
Yeah, exactly. So there is that. All right. Well, on to our final trailer that we're going to talk about. Eli Ross Thanksgiving. So believe it or not, this has actually kind of been like a 12, almost 13-year thing.
Really?
The parody trailer came out in the Grindhouse double feature, which was Death Proof and Planet Terror. So apparently there was a trailer that gave the concept of what this movie is about. It's basically a slasher movie with the Thanksgiving killer where they wear the pilgrim outfit and everything. So a lot of people are kind of disserviced by they're a little disdained by this because we do have a TikToker in this movie, and that's fine as long as they're a good actor.
Like, if they can act, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, exactly. If they can act, I'm perfectly fine with it. It is what it is. It was bound to happen at some point. I guarantee you there's going to be like a TikToker funded movie very similar to Shane Dawson's Smile that's going to do just as awful. And it's going to star nothing but TikTokers. I'm almost positive that it's going to happen.
I mean, there's a few movies on YouTube that have starred YouTubers are just a full cast. I can't remember the name of it, but I follow him on YouTube. The Stromedy Squad, they have a feature film on YouTube right now. It's not bad.
No. I'm talking about like a Hollywood produced.
Yeah.
Starring entirely, written entirely, yeah, all that stuff. But no, it's one of those things. It's like, okay, cool. I like this idea.
I mean, as long as they got a good, decent writing team behind them, I think it'll be okay.
Well, also to be fair, it is an Eli Roth movie. I'm not expecting Oscar winning here. I'm really not. No. This is just going to be a dumb, fun movie with some very creative kills. Like, there's a point where somebody gets their head dunked in water. The walk-in freezer, or the walk-in becomes like a giant freezer. Like, they get it down to negatives, and then they slam their face onto the freezer door that's like covered in ice, and then starts peeling it off. I'm like, okay, that's I hope we get some more creative kills like that. Like, I hope we get like somebody getting killed by a turkey baster or something. Somehow, some way, it's gonna happen. You got to do some like Thanksgiving themed kills. And I think honestly this is just going to be a dumb fun movie. I don't expect much out of Eli Roth. It is Eli Roth. I mean, come on, you're expecting some like gory kills, have a good time in the theater, and joke about it with your friends one night.
I mean, with the past few couple horror movies that like they've been dumb, it's been dumb fun.
Yeah, there's a handful. Yeah, there's a handful that have been mostly dumb fun. But no, like, that's the thing about Eli Roth. Now, granted, I still think his best movie that he's ever done, at least directing wise, was The House with the Clock in Its Walls. Yes, shocker of all shocks, that kid's movie is an Eli Roth movie. Fucking mind blowing, I know. I remember when I saw it, I was like, that was a really fun movie. And then I saw it directed by Eli Roth. I'm like, you're fucking what? What? No, there's no fucking way. And
it's good to show that like this guy's got some good range.
Yeah, honestly, but I know him. He likes to do. I mean, this is the guy who gave us Cabin Fever. This is the guy who played Donnie Donowitz, aka the Bear Jew in fucking Inglourious Bastards, and which actually, funny enough about that little side tidbit, you know who was originally supposed to play the Bear Jew, but couldn't because of scheduling conflict. Tarantino wanted Adam Sandler to play the Bear Jew.
Oh God.
Could you imagine?
That'd be
fucking Donnie Donowitz, him on the head. Yeah. It just
if that movie wasn't dumb enough. You bring Adam Sandler's comedy into it. No. But I love Adam Sandler. He's one of my
Oh, yeah.
favorite comedians.
He did it due to scheduling conflicts. I think he wanted to do it,
Yeah.
but he said no, I can't do it due to scheduling. And so yeah, and that's fine. Eli Roth did a fine job in that movie. But yeah, I think this is just gonna be dumb fun. What do you think, Eli or Leon?
Yeah, I agree. It looks like dumb fun, and
Yeah.
I do agree. Like, I better see some good Thanksgiving kills.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I want like
if somebody doesn't get like a razor blade apple in their mouth or something like that, I don't know, like, or gets their head decapitated and put in a cornucopia. Come on. I'm writing these out. I'm pulling these out of my ass. I guarantee you somebody's written some of this.
Someone's gonna get fucking strangled to death with a pumpkin pie. Okay,
Suffocated by shoving a whole pumpkin pie down their throat. Yeah,
someone's gonna.
Or like there's gonna be a dead body on the table, and like you're gonna have like a like in their stomach, it's gonna be a pumpkin pie.
Something like that. It's probably gonna be corny. It's gonna be
I expect nothing.
I want
corny.
Creativity, man.
Yeah,
give me some
creativity.
Do.
Like if somebody doesn't get cooked like a turkey and then presented on said table like a turkey, you're doing something wrong. Come on,
right?
That's gift wrapped for you.
Thanksgiving.
Exactly. It's kind of like you watch a Christmas horror movie and somebody doesn't get killed by like a snowman or something. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Just don't make it a child. Just don't make it a child.
No, don't make it a child that gets, that'd be pretty fun. If it's like a bratty kid. Bratty kids deserve to die in horror movies, and you can't tell me I'm wrong.
I know, but like, it would depend on who's on like the casting.
Yeah. And all that. Yeah, I got you. But yeah, so that is our trailers. So speaking of one that we don't have a trailer for, but I guarantee you we'll get one in probably the next month or so. We have our first look at Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, specifically the redesigns, as well as the new characters that they are adding. We got our first look at Tigger, we got our first look at Owl, and we also got our first look at the redesign for Winnie the Pooh, because apparently it is going to be makeup. It's not going to be a mask. God. And also the same thing with Piglet. He does look different, and that's great. I love that idea.
And isn't their budget like almost $1 million or something?
Yeah, they went from like a couple $100,000 to $1 million. Like, or not even that. I want to say Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was made for like $1,000, maybe a little over. It was made pretty damn cheap. I mean, it was super cheap. The fact that they were able to do that. No, I think it was 10 grand. I think they had 10 grand. Hold on.
Budget was $100,000.
100,000. Okay, so I was right the first time.
And it made $5.2 million.
Oh yeah, so they got a little over $1 million this time, and they are making good use of it. I'm very excited. Owl looks creepy, though. Granted, he looks more like a vulture to me, but that's fine.
Owl does look creepy.
Yeah. Have you seen the look for Tigger though?
Yeah, I did see that. Tigger looks weird.
He looks like, creepy.
Yeah, like creepy, but like. It's also weird in a good way.
We also get to see a young Winnie the Pooh whenever Christopher Robin meets him first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So I wonder if he's already a killer, because you see him with a bloody handprint on a window. So I'm like, ooh, I wonder if he's already a killer.
No, I don't. Did we see? Is Rue gonna be in this one too? I wonder.
No, I don't believe so, because I know that the reason why Tigger wasn't in the last one, is because he wasn't in public domain just yet.
Same thing with
Owl. I believe Rabbit's supposed to show up in this. Now I know Eeyore, Rabbit, and maybe Rue. I think I know a couple of them are already dead. Like Eeyore was eaten. Rabbit, I believe, was killed as well, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So I don't know about Rue. I don't know if Rue was.
That's gonna be interesting seeing Rue and Kanga.
Yeah, I think they might have been killed.
Maybe.
Believe it or not. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, no, I definitely think. I hope that they're going into a better direction. We're gonna
see a Heffalump in this one too.
Maybe. We don't know yet. But yeah, I mean, they do only have so much of a budget. Like $1 million sounds like a lot, but I don't think they can like expand the cast that much. Maybe like in the third one or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If they do a third one. But.
If they do a third one, yeah. But no, I'm kind of pumped about this one. The redesigns kind of gets me. Lets me have a little bit more faith, because the first one it was very obvious. They were just guys in masks. Come on. Like they use a little bit of CGI to make the face move. That's really about it. Like that's all it really was. And I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. But now that they're actually doing makeup,
I'm
they're
actually
showing these movies
surprised
on.
it made so much.
I'm not. It went viral, dude. Like the fact that it didn't, if it would not have made that much, it would have surprised me.
Mhm.
It was a viral movie, man. I mean, like, yeah, it had a very limited release in theaters. I mean, shit, yeah. I mean, same thing with Terrifier made a shitload of money in theaters, and I think they only had like I forget how much of a budget the Terrifier 2 had, but Terrifier 2 had quite a big budget. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I like the fact that these independently funded movies are getting
Terrifier 2 was 250,000
yeah 250,000, and I think it
and
made like
made
millions.
15
Yeah, it made
15.4
15 million.
million.
Yeah. So that doesn't surprise me. The fact that, and I like the fact that these like low budget horror movies are getting, they're made super cheap and they're getting ass loads of money. I mean, that was the Blumhouse strategy, is they're made on the cheap end and then they only get a bigger budget if they make money.
Wow, the first one, I was looking at the first one too.
Yeah.
35 grand was their budget and they made almost 500,000.
Yeah, they didn't make much with the first one because it went to Netflix.
But still, that is a good
Oh yeah,
chunk of
no,
change.
they're about to make more money because they're finally releasing more and more copies of the first movie on disc.
Mhm.
So they're going to make more money. Like I plan on getting a disc copy at some point. I just haven't gotten
Yeah.
the money for it yet. No, it's on my to-do list. Even though I don't really like the first Terrifier, I mean it's interesting. I enjoy it, but it's not
Yeah.
it's not my favorite. Like I own a copy of Terrifier 2. I have yet to crack that open
Oh wow.
because I still remember everything that happened. Like I vividly remember almost everything that happens in that movie. I remember all the kills. I remember all the torture porn shit. I remember a lot of the trippy shit. And I'm like, I vividly remember this. It's a movie that's hard to forget. Once anybody who would be watching this, anybody who's seen Terrifier 2, it's a hard movie to forget. Whereas Terrifier 1, you don't forget a lot of the kills. You especially don't forget one specific kill. Like, fuck, I vividly remember that. Like, I think I remember it being worse than it actually was because I think I went back and watched it, and it's honestly not that bad. But no, like you remember certain elements of the first one, but the second one you do not forget because there are memorable characters, there are better characters. The writing is better. Like they literally did what a sequel was supposed to do. They didn't just rinse and repeat. They elevated whatever they had. Which, granted, was not a hard bar to pass, but it would be, it'd be kind of, I give Damien Leone a lot of credit that he went up and above. And
Yeah.
I hope that these guys do the same thing. I hope Blood and Honey 2 is significantly better than the first movie. Like, I hope it looks better, which from these first looks, I think it is going to look better. I hope it's written better. I hope the kills are better because, like, honestly, aside from a couple, there was like one kill that was actually pretty cool. And it was where Piglet is chasing a chick through an indoor pool and slams her head with a sledgehammer. I was like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. I like that kill. That's a really good kill. Yeah. No, it's stupid simple, but it's a good kill. But yeah, so I hope that this movie.
If I remember correctly, isn't it aren't these movies coming from Blumhouse? If I remember correctly.
No, they're completely independent. They're independently funded.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why if you go and watch Blood and Honey, there's like 15 production companies. And I guarantee you it's going to be the same thing with this one. Like, that's how you can tell you have a low budget movie that was like mostly crowdfunded, and like the only reason why you have production company logos in front of it is so they could distribute the movie. Terrifier 2 had a lot of them. What's another one? I think that was the only one that I really saw that had like that many credits. I was like, oh, yep, nope, this is low budget, independently filmed. Another one was Evil Dead Rise, kind of had a lot, but not as many as you would think.
I know one we were actually supposed to get this year. It was actually supposed to come out Labor Day weekend. House of the Dragon, not House of the Dragon. Legend of the White Dragon from
Oh,
Bat in the Sun and JC David Frank.
yeah.
That was independently funded. It
I
was
guarantee you
a
it has like 15 to 20 different
oh yeah.
production company logos in front of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
we were actually supposed to get that this year, but due to everything that happened,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks because they wanted to pull it out on his birthday,
Mhm.
which would have been really cool, and I guarantee a lot of fans would have gone.
I think they're probably going to put it out on his birthday in the next year.
I believe the release date's early next year.
Okay.
I
So then that
don't
makes
remember.
sense.
I don't remember the exact date.
Okay. All right. Well, on to our final topic. Unless you have anything else to say about Blood and Honey 2.
No, I'm like I still haven't seen the first. Waiting for the first one to be
We'll
able to be
eventually.
shown.
I think you
Somewhat.
can find it online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
sure we can find a
I
way
gotta
to like
search,
stream it.
but
Yeah.
as soon as I see it, and I'm like, okay, I'll decide then. But I'll probably see the second one too, even if I don't
Mhm.
like the first one. I'll
Yeah.
just I'll see the second one just to like see how it's upgraded
Yeah.
and everything like that.
No. All right. There is no official release date for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, but I'm pretty sure it'll come out like sometime next year.
Oh yeah, we'll
These
probably
low
get
budget
it.
films don't take that long to. It takes longer to get it out and distributed more than it does to produce it.
It'll probably get a next year's Halloween release.
Maybe. Yeah. All right. On to our final topic. Assassin's Creed Red apparently has a launch date of they're aiming for, I believe, early summer 2024, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was your.
Um, it was the article I found is that it's fully playable now. They just
Oh.
haven't released it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently
Yeah. Early
it's fully
2024.
playable earlier than expected, which is interesting.
Yeah. That is
Which
interesting.
which I'm really excited about because I've been wanting a Assassin's Creed feudal Japan theme for ever since Black Flag.
Yeah, I feel like it fits too well into it. You know, that's the thing. Just feudal Japan, it fits too well.
Yeah,
It really does.
yeah. I'm hoping like maybe you play like a samurai or
I don't know
something
about a
like that.
samurai. I feel like that would probably go too far into like Ghost of Tsushima kind of territory.
Maybe
Because yeah,
or
maybe a
like
Ronin.
yeah, like a Ronin or something like
That's
that.
what I'm
So
thinking. Like definitely, I think a Ronin or something like that would be interesting. Um, I still want my Predator movie in Japan. God damn it, you
yes.
fucking bastards! Feudal Japan. Get me fucking Hideyoshi Hiroshima. How the fuck did he say his name? Hold on.
Yeah, I remember you showing me something like that, and it's like, yes,
Hiroyuki Sanada. If you don't get me Hiroyuki Sanada, and you're gonna have a young, and yes, this is a Mad Lib from TikTok, but if you don't have a young student trying to become a samurai, and you have an old wiser samurai, and then that's what the predators are going to be doing, and of course you have this. I think the idea of like having this older samurai that's been he did some dishonor or something like that, and he's supposed to actually commit suicide, but they're like, oh, hold the fuck on. Train my son, then kill yourself. It's like, okay, cool, and he does it, and and I think like honestly
I
having that like death before dishonor, and he takes his katana and just like stabs it through himself, and then stabs the predator, and they fall into like a fiery temple. Oh, it'd be so fucking cool.
who's the I can't remember his name right now, but who was like the legendary famous swordsmith in Japan? Like it's a real person. I just can't remember his fucking name.
I think I know what you're talking about. Hold on.
Yeah, but have that person be the young boy that the old samurai has to train.
You mean Hikashiro Sadamon?
Yeah, I believe that's him.
Hold on. You have
Masamune.
you have Amakuni Yeah.
I believe Masamune is the one I'm thinking of.
Masamune. Masamune. Okay.
Have him be the young swordsman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, that actually would be kind of cool. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Kind of like do some playing around with history and all that. That's super fascinating. Do it in like the vein of Prey. Honestly, dude, that would be fucking awesome. I'd kill for that.
It's there. Like,
yeah, you have so much detail that you could add to. Why the fuck aren't you Disney? You own the fucking rights now. If you're listening, which I know for a fact you're not, but even still, if you're listening, dude, give us this fucking movie. Like, it's not that hard. It shouldn't be that expensive either.
no, not at all.
Well, okay, maybe a little bit more expensive than Prey, because Prey was mostly shot in the forest, but
Yeah.
besides the point.
But still, Prey was amazing. I love it.
Yeah. No, now granted, that was before Disney bought Fox.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I think it was like right on the cusp.
No, actually, that was their first produced movie. That was one of their first produced movies with Fox, like where they started it from the ground up.
Okay.
So yeah,
but still, it went through really well, and it was like,
oh yeah. And we're finally getting a physical release of Prey. Thank God.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, feudal Japan Predator film would be amazing.
Let's fucking do it, man. I'm telling you, that would be awesome. But anyway, so feudal Japan Assassin's Creed. It's a cool idea. I like the idea. I'm actually, this will probably be the next Assassin's Creed game I play, because whatever the last one that came out was it Valhalla or
Valhalla was the last one? Yeah.
Was it really? I thought
Yeah.
they came out with another one, because aren't they usually doing like a yearly release kind of shit?
No, though. Mirage isn't until later.
Oh, so we're not gonna be getting that until next year, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is Red like?
I think the original order was actually supposed to be Mirage. But I guess this one can't.
This one's been finished earlier. Okay.
So we might be getting this one then.
So they might
Mirage,
flip the dates then. Okay.
Which
that's interesting.
I'm perfectly fine with. I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed. I love each one. So
let's be perfectly honest. Unity was not that great.
Unity was not great. I like the time period they went with.
Yeah, the French Revolution.
It's just everything else was just way too rushed, which really sucked.
I heard once they finally patched the hell out of it, it was actually pretty decent.
Yeah. Once they patched it, it worked really well.
Yeah.
I do really like Syndicate.
Syndicate's a lot of fun. Yeah. I like the steampunk shit. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I got the gold edition. I got the downloaded version, but I got the gold collector's edition on the Xbox. It was normally $60 or something like that, or $60-$70. I dropped it down to $30.
Nice.
So I got the whole season pass, all the downloads for it, everything for $30.
I actually played the hell out of Syndicate for a while, and then I got rid of it because I stopped playing. I had other games that I was playing.
Right.
And so I traded it in. I was like, I played what I want to play. I got into that point. But that being said, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Red?
Red, I honestly don't care for why is it called Red? I don't get
Japan. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. You would think if it was, since it's set in Japan, it would be called something a little I don't know,
like the
better?
Red Sun or something,
Yeah, like Red Sun or something like that. Something with a Japanese feel to it.
Okay. So actually it is called Codename Red.
So we don't even have a title, like a quote unquote legit
No,
title.
that is the legit title.
Code Red? Really?
Codename Red.
Codename Red? What the hell?
Yeah. Not the worst looking though.
No, it looks beautiful. Just from the screenshots. We haven't gotten a trailer yet, which I can't wait for a trailer.
Yeah.
Hope E3's coming up, I think.
We have a teaser, I believe. Yeah, as of 2 days ago, we got a teaser.
Okay, so I haven't seen the teaser.
We'll probably get a trailer on E3 because they said they're going to reveal details early 2024. So I believe that's probably around E3 And so they're probably going to give us a trailer around that time. And then we'll probably be looking at getting it later on in the year. Because if it's already playable by this point, then that means they're probably going to spend another few months developing it. And we could probably expect this around maybe summer next year.
Yeah. Big summer hit for Assassin's Creed. Which...
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking down for it, you know?
Right.
I mean, shit, December is already fucking stranglehold by Sony right now. You know why? It's fucking Spider-Man 2, baby. Let's go. This month is strangled by fucking Mortal Kombat 1 coming out. I believe it comes out in the next couple weeks. Actually, it comes out in comes out in 7 days. It comes out a week from now. I'm very excited. But yeah, that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
If you don't see us
podcast,
next week, you know why.
We should be here next week. Who gives a shit? Well, okay, as of recording, it's a week away. So by the time this episode comes out, we should be looking at it. It should be coming out the following Tuesday. So yay. I'm super excited about it. No, I won't do that.
He hesitated.
No, I shouldn't have enough time to do that, first off. That's going to be the biggest thing. I shouldn't have enough time to do that. So that's the unfortunate thing. But no, I'll probably be playing it later on that week. So yeah, absolutely. But that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. This has been the Snodacast episode 26. I'm your host, Black Chef 56. I've been joined by DJ Lionheart.
Stay nerdy, y'all.
Feels negative without you, Leon. All right. And of course, what's another one I could say? Goddamn, what is it?
Write some slogans in the comments.
Yeah. Give me some slogans and shit. Hold on. Sorry. I got it. Eddie, we are a Lego set now. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I've been Black Chef 56. This has been Snodacast Season 4, Episode 26. We will see you all later.